Hi, hello everyone. This is Danny with Skin Harmonics, the creator of the very first Medi-Holistic skin resurfacing method and skincare line. And I want to talk today about detox, skin detox. This is something that I get so many questions on, and because detox is a process, like it definitely is a sequence of events. And I want to talk about some of the ways that we are shutting down our skin's natural self-cleansing and detoxing capabilities and other ways that we can encourage it. So to start out, I have to just call out clay masks, anything, because they're so dehydrating to our skin. So anything that dehydrates our skin is going to shut down our skin's natural ability to detox itself. And so I know that this is kind of like a big bubble bursting for a lot of people, and me included years ago. Like I loved my green clay mask and all of that. And I'm just saying what I'm saying because I've had about 30 years in the field with people's skin and my own and my family's. And I've kind of come through a lot of traditional conventional practices with a lot of strong opinions about it. So one of them is that clay masks are dehydrating. Therefore, they shut down our skin's ability to detox. And this is also kind of like leads into a lot of other topics, because skin that is dehydrated, it's down in a certain way. It's in this, it's dehydrated, it's crusted, it's essentially literally in a holding pattern, like not being skin. And so one of the major first steps of detoxing our skin and just getting our skin into this optimal state where it's self-cleansing is that we must raise water levels. So that would mean no more clay masks. And it also means ending the use of essential oils. Sadly, most essential oils are very astringent, and that's why they're great for first aid kits. They're great for cleaning. I'm an aromatherapist, so I love essential oils. I've just come to know that there's a small handful of essential oils that are actually hydrating. They're great to use in personal scented oils. They're great to use in other ways, but there's only a few that are worthy of putting on our skin because of this like big astringent characteristic that most of them have. So ending essential oils for the use of our face is like the next thing that we can do to, and this includes all the citrus. I know all the ones that smell good, I know, but your skin's just like not into it, trust me. So ending essential oil use on our face, this includes lavender too, and it's going to make a lot of people sad. You can still use these things, just not on your face. And so those are two things that we can do right off the bat that's going to help a lot. The next thing that we can do to raise water levels is to use a truly hydrating mist and a hydrating serum. And of course, we can't have water in our skin if we don't have oil. So it's not withholding, we can't withhold the oil from our skin and expect to trap water in our skin. So I talk about these three things a lot because they are like the foundation for skin health, and there's no substitutes for any of those things. So getting that into place is going to give your skin hope even that it can self detox and self-cleanse. Like it'll get the layers functioning and communicating with each other in a way that, you know, if there's some sort of little bacteria, let's just say, that gets stuck on a little bit of oil that gets stuck in your skin and it turns into a whitehead, that your skin can actually release that whitehead. It can process it through rather than it getting stuck because of dehydration. And then it's just kind of building up under your skin, our skin. So I want to talk about how, yeah, those two things are like the biggest things that people are doing that are sabotaging their skin's ability to detox and self-cleanse. And it's so sad because I know that essential oil users and clay users are all into natural and all into detox. but the truth is that it's not helping at all. And that being said, this whole process that our skin goes through, because it's a detoxification organ by definition, we have to allow it to move and to process things, shutting it down through trauma, anxiety, all the trauma-based procedures out there will completely shut down a skin detox. And this, I think, brings me to my most important point about skin detox and the process that our skin goes through, is that people are confusing a temporary healing response purge with they're clogging their pores. There's like this huge fear of clogging pores, and that's contributed to how people are withholding oil, cold pressed oils and lipids from their skin, which means their skin is going to be dehydrated. So there is this phase that healthy skin goes through when it is becoming even healthier, that it will reorganize itself around optimal hydration that comes from layering your products, where you have the hydrating mist, a hydrating serum, and a lipid-rich moisturizer. The skin will kind of fluff up and start to think, wow, there's hope. Like, we don't have to be in this holding pattern anymore. We can actually release held congestion, and there's like hope to like move this stuff out, because that's the thing that your skin does. And then people think, oh, wait, I'm clogging my pores. And there's this fork in the road that people often come to when they get on my system, where they think, oh no, I can't be purging or detoxing, or I don't want to purge or detox. Like, I just want to have perfect skin. And unfortunately, it just doesn't work that way. Like, it's a process, it's a healing sequence that happens. And so this is where we stay the course. We continue giving our skin this stability of water, food. The dermal nutrients really do speed up this, expedites this temporary healing phase and the barrier restoration. And we keep allowing for the exit of all of these things that have been stored in our skin for, sometimes years and years and years. So it's this like, I guess, fork in the road where people are like, oh, wait, I'm clogging my pores, I'm quitting. It's like, well, I'm not so sure. And I'm actually so sure about this process, because I've taken like hundreds of people through it at this point, including my own skin. And so we basically put these like really beautiful skincare routine protocols in place that bring equanimity. It brings confidence to the skin. It brings just so many good things to our skin. And then we stay the course, because lo and behold, there's this like deep unfolding, which is a true healing of our skin. We're not cutting it off, abbreviating it, short circuiting it with getting confused and then like going back to dehydrating our skin. There's this through line, if you will, that happens when skin is resourced continually over weeks and months, where it really does resurface and detox in like such an exquisite way. And I think the final detail I want to leave you guys with is finding that sweet spot for blood flow. There's this whole thing about trauma-based procedures being a way of justifying, like, we're creating collagen and elastin, and we're creating blood flow, and it's basically a trauma response. It's basically a burst of new skin cells under the umbrella of trauma, where your skin gets dehydrated, inflamed, and then clamps back down on itself. And so there's also this confusion, because sometimes skin can look so good after a really strong chemical peel, a good lasering, a good microneedling session. But what the mistake is, this other fork in the road, is that it's not healing. It's added inflammation, it's added fluid. It's all of these things that might think that your wrinkles are being plumped up, but it's temporary. It's basically just a freak out trauma response from your skin from being given so much trauma. And so all of that fades. The fluid finally gets worked through our skin, but there's a load. There's an intense workload that your skin had to do to meet that trauma, that therefore will age you faster. It's so sad. I know. I had to watch this many times to have a full understanding of this process and how the cycles work with skin and how it responds to trauma. So there's this other place where people are confusing a trauma response with a healing, and it's not that at all. And so it's staying the course and finding this this sweet spot for blood flow where, yes, we're stimulating it with, there's all of these really beautiful ways to stimulate our skin into positive blood flow, something that doesn't cross that line and traumatize and diminish our skin over time. There's a long list of procedures and products and things you can do that are natural and holistic in that way, where you can, increase blood flow, find that sweet spot, and stimulate, new skin cell growth and blood flow and all of that good regeneration, in a way that actually does regenerate your skin, not diminishes it. So check that out. You can learn all about this at my website, skinharmonics.com. And I just wanted to speak to how, I guess there's these two sticking points when it comes to skin detox, where people think they're detoxing their skin, and you're really not. You're just dehydrating it and shutting down your skin's, native ability to detox itself. And number two, there's this place where by adding trauma and inflammation, you might be thinking you're getting a healing, but you're not. You're getting sort of this powerful illusion that's temporary, that will not lead you or support your skin's detox. Skin will only detox when it's safe and supported and things are calm, and it has the extra energy to put towards a deeper healing. So anyways, again, these videos are always a little bit longer than I mean them to be, but this is just me jumping on and trying to share some information about, real skin healing and a real skin detox.